noticed that there were quite a few sort of 30-ish plus men semi-lying on the platforms up there. I'm wondering why. Do they have a big night last night, or did they actually, or do they actually not have a home? They don't look like they're homeless. Maybe they're just waiting for the train, but if they're waiting for a train, they would have probably got on by now. They could be part of construction workers, but they didn't have any uniforms, or safety equipment, so maybe not. So it's a little bit of a walk up here. Probably got about 10 minutes until the train comes. The thing I really hate about this section here is there's three levels. So one level here on the concourse, then there's a mid-level which is on Eddy Avenue, and then there's the upper level which is the Grand Concourse. So this little staircase here is a bit of a nuisance if you've got luggage, because you have to use a lift. There's no escalator, mini escalator here, so it's just stairs and lift. When you get onto that concourse there in the middle, there is escalators and lifts going up to the Grand Concourse. Now, I'm not sure if you have to tap on or off. I believe you don't, because you're continuing on your journey and it's capped, I think, for the day, I'm hoping. So off I go again. I'm going to check the indicator board of arrivals and departures, and I think I can hear the train coming in. It could be just a normal intercity. Oh no, it's already waiting. So it's not the normal one. This is the one I want to catch. So let's see if there's any train spotters here today. I think they've all gone on their ride yesterday, so I'm back today to actually get on this train. So I'm going to go all the way to this goes all the way to the interchange, so I'm going to hop on. Okay, let's get a closer look at this train. And I've actually been spelling and pronouncing it wrong. It's actually not Mariyang, it's actually Muriyung or Ang. So I'm assuming the first three carriages are the best ones to be in.
On platform 9 goes to Newcastle Interchange via Stratfield. First stop Stratfield, then Egham, Hornsby, Woy, Gosford, Tuggerah, Wyong, Morisset, Fassifern, Cardiff, Broadmeadow, Hamilton and Newcastle Interchange.
There's a toilet, and there's indicator boards. They even have this little indicator of how many people are in what car, I suppose, and where the facility are. I think there's only one toilet in each carriage, or one toilet in, I'm assuming, every 4 carriages. I hope not. So there's a bike, 2 quiet carriages on each end. Okay, so okay. So there are train spotters around, and they're actually looking at the internals of the engine room. So there's carriage 4, so it indicates where you are and tells you which are the quiet carriages. So this is a quiet carriage and it's clearly indicated. This carriage 3 is not a quiet carriage.
The train on platform 9 goes to Newcastle Interchange via Stratfield. First stop, Stratfield, then Epping, Hornsby.
Where's the toilet carriage?
Tuckera, Wynyard, Morisset, Fassifern, Cardiff, Broadmeadow, Hamilton and Newcastle Interchange.
So which is the best carriage? I don't know. Maybe just this one. People on this one, so not sure. There's no one in this carriage. Okay. I'm assuming any carriage will do, so maybe what time is it now? 8 minutes is going to depart. Maybe a quiet carriage. So that must be the adjoining carriage, so you can't go through to the other side. So I wonder where the toilet is. It's in carriage 2, so there's only 2 toilets, one in each set of 4 carriages. Okay. So down here there is room for luggage. However, the seats are all facing in one fixed direction, so today is pretty good. There's not many people on the train. Which is great because you can sit in a forward facing seat. But if there were a lot of people on this train, then you end up sitting for up to 3 hours in a backward position opposite to the direction of travel, which is not good. So the seats look very comfortable. I haven't sat in one yet, but I will now. Yep, they're pretty good, and there are definite USB and power points at each seat, in between each seat, so that's not a problem. I do like how they have power points and USB charging ports rather than just USB charging ports, and a green light for to indicate it's working.
Hamilton and Newcastle Interchange. Change at Newcastle Interchange for lateral service, stopping all stations to Newcastle Beach. Next one will be Stockton, followed by Epping. Thank you.
If you listen to that announcement, I found it a little bit fuzzy. It's not crystal clear. Whether or not it's the person actually making the announcement or not, whether they're too close to the mic, it could be the case, or it's just like that throughout the train carriages. I probably am going to go all the way from Central Station today to Newcastle Interchange, as I've never been to Newcastle before. It'll be a day trip, so hopefully I'll be able to get the older train back, because I would like to take the old intercity back, the slower one, and the new train going. So now I can just sit back and relax. If I want to, I can probably sit at a seat where there is a tray table, so I can maybe work on stuff if I want to, and I should test that out to see how good the folding tables are and whether they stay up and stay down, which was a problem I had on the regional trains in Melbourne. If some people have seen my previous video of the regional train out to Ballarat, and I got off at Bacchus Marsh, and when I found the seat, it was the most uncomfortable one because the tray table just wouldn't actually fold back up, and it wouldn't sit flat either. So I put a bag on top of it to keep it either down or just left it dangling like it was. So hopefully these new trains won't have that problem yet. The windows are really big, just like normal trains, so you can actually see out of them, unlike the old intercity trains which had very small windows. And I'm hoping this is a little bit quieter than the old intercity trains. Someone mentioned that I could have got on and got off halfway and caught the new train back to Central Station, but I wasn't sure of how far to travel in the old intercity train and get off and come back on the new intercity train. So because I'm not familiar with this line at all, I don't usually travel north of Sydney, I usually travel south of Sydney. Oh, these seats they're movable. They have an arrow where you can actually slip them forward or back, but I wonder if that's for train officers only or whether we can actually adjust them, because then you could actually, I suppose you probably couldn't make it into a bed, but you could make it join. I don't know why you'd want to. legroom is pretty standard. There's nothing really different about the legroom between the seats. I still think if I sat here, it's still a little bit squishy because there's not a lot of legroom. It's like sitting on a normal suburban train. And I think we're about to depart. So bye bye Central Station. First stop I believe is Strathfield. It will be interesting to see how fast this train can actually go. I think within the inner city suburbs, up until Strathfield, even beyond, it will be quite slow due to other trains passing, and also probably some freight trains as well if they could pass by. But once we're out of the city suburban areas, then the train may be able to speed up a little bit more. But again, because I haven't been on this particular line at all,
This
I'll
is a
have to
Central
see.
Coast and Newcastle line service to Newcastle Interchange, stopping at Strathfield, Epping, Hornsby, Woy Woy, Gosford, Tuggerah, Wyong, Morisset, Sassafern, Cardiff, Broadmeadow, Hamilton, Newcastle Interchange. This is a Central Coast and Newcastle line service to Newcastle Interchange, stopping at Strathfield, Epping, Hornsby, Woy Woy, Gosford, Tuggerah, Wyong, Morisset, Sassafern, Cardiff, Broadmeadow, Hamilton, Newcastle Interchange.
so the announcement is made twice. I don't know if that's an advantage or not. But you can also see here on the screen where it's going usually. It's pretty clear. It tells you the car number, the time, and where it's travelling to and what line. Gives you the station, stops and times, and it tells you the next stop. So it's all pretty clear. It's interesting how the trains usually stop at Broadmeadows, and then you need to get on a connecting train, it looks like, onto Newcastle Interchange, but this one goes all the way.
There are 4 quiet carriages
So on my way back I might have to actually catch the train or a bus to Broadmeadows and get the train back to Sydney. We'll see how I go. I have the whole day to explore today, so hopefully I won't get too lost. So now it's speeding up. So thanks for watching. If there's anything interesting along the way, I will try and put it in my videos. So thanks for watching again.